At the start of every workout, our bodies go through some hidden changes. They occur in our hearts, our joints, and our muscles. And these changes can actually have a huge impact on how well we all perform. If you don't encourage these adaptations to occur at the start of your workouts, your lifts will just feel harder, your sessions will be slower, and over time, your progress will stall. The first hidden change that kicks in is your heart rate, which is called blood shunting. The moment you start moving with slightly more intensity, your heart starts beating faster, sending blood exactly where it's needed. Blood shunting pulls blood away from places that aren't doing much, like your stomach, and pushes it into muscles you're about to use. It's a system our bodies evolved for situations like running for your life. Since that sudden rush of blood could save you, because muscles need oxygen to react quickly. And that oxygen travels through your blood, which is why your heart rate starts racing. That's why warming up properly matters. If you dive straight into more intense exercise, your body just hasn't had time to adjust. It reacts more intensely, almost like your body thinks it's in danger. Within those first few minutes, you may feel sluggish, maybe a bit lightheaded, or slightly nauseous because your body believes it's gearing up for something extreme, just like sprinting at full speed. So just take a few minutes to get your heart rate going with some light cardio, maybe a couple of light reps or faster bodyweight movements, and really just let your body ease into it. The next hidden change happens in your joints. When you start moving, your joints adapt just like the rest of your body. Around each joint, there are little sacs called bursa, and inside them is synovial fluid, the stuff that makes the movement smooth and reduces friction. Think of it like oiling a door hinge so it opens and closes smoothly. The more you move, the more that fluid coats the cartilage, letting your joints glide easily. Over time, if you move less, your body produces less of that synovial fluid, which is part of why older people often feel stiffer. But it applies to younger people too, especially if you're sitting at a desk all day. That's why keeping active regularly is so important. If you skip warming up, movements will feel stiff and clunky, and your joints are just trying to catch up. A proper warm-up gently wakes up the joints such as arm circles, hip rotations, mobility drills, or light versions of the exercises you're about to do. A few minutes is usually plenty of time to increase that synovial fluid in your joints. By the time you're hitting your heavier lifts, your joints will move freely, your range of motion will be improved, and your body just feels ready to go. The final hidden change happens in your muscles. Even before you hit your working weight, your body is quietly preparing the fibers inside each muscle. This is called muscle fiber recruitment. Basically, your muscles are figuring out which fibers need to be used and how many for the task at hand. Your body naturally wants to conserve energy using as few fibers as possible. A proper warm-up helps you fight that instinct and recruit more fibers efficiently. Here's a question for you. Have you ever picked up a weight or shopping bags and it feels heavier the first time? Then you put them down, readjust your grip, and then when you lift it again, it just suddenly feels easier. That's your body activating the right amount of fibers. It's your body figuring out exactly how many to recruit. If you warm up properly with lighter sets, bodyweight moves, or lighter variations of your main exercise, you'll prepare your body to recruit those fibers efficiently. The result of all this is that your main lifts feel smoother, stronger, and less likely to fatigue early. One last thing to know, as you improve, your main exercises will obviously increase in strength. Your warm-ups will also need to gradually increase in intensity and weight because you'll need to prepare your body to handle your working weight effectively. So to wrap up, those are the 3 hidden changes that kick in when you start moving. Your heart rate ramps up, directing blood flow exactly where it's needed. Your joints get lubricated and they glide smoothly. And your muscles, they recruit the right amount of fibers, priming you for your lifts ahead. If you skip certain elements of your warm-up, your session may feel harder than it should. You might notice sluggish first sets, stiff joints, and muscles that aren't firing properly, resulting in slower, more unsteady reps. If this happens consistently, your first few exercises or your first few sets just won't be as effective, resulting in slower progress over time. At worst, you could risk an injury, but the simple fix is a few minutes of light cardio, mobility drills, or light reps, or just lighter variations of your main lifts. That's all it takes to let your body ease into your session. As you improve and get stronger, heavier warm-up sets will help you engage even more fibers, making your main lifts feel smoother and stronger. If you do this consistently, your workouts will just feel better, you'll move better, you'll lift more efficiently and make progress faster. Plus, you don't want to make your workouts any harder than they actually are. And if you are feeling sluggish at the start of your workouts, hopefully this explains why. If you've got any questions about this video or anything training related, don't hesitate to ask. I'll answer them in the comments or maybe make a future video about them, since this channel is all about just helping people understand training better. But thanks for watching, and I will hopefully see you next time.